Things are going great in the Sprague neighborhood. Things are going great for me because college basketball is finally done. Hallelujah. We don't have to pretend to care anymore. Thank you. We did it, everybody.
Hey.
We made it. Made it to the end. Now we can move on to entertaining things.
We cared for 2 weeks about a sport none of us watched.
Did we watch the one shining moment last night?
We did.
We
Okay.
did not.
Okay,
It
what-
is
I
the
did.
most overrated thing in sports. It's easily every year the most
Take
overrated thing
the
in sports.
shot. How did we feel? What was the one shining moment like?
It was a little disappointing this
Oh,
year.
we didn't like it?
How
How do you not do one shining moment good? It's one. They just show highlights
There were
with a
too
song.
much. It was too much. There weren't enough basketball clips. It was a lot of celebration clips of people, but there weren't enough. Put basketball in it. There were more great plays that happened in that tournament than that were shown on the video montage.
I will be the radio host who says the thing that most people go, I hate this guy. I have a couple things here. I saw a grown man in Purdue clothing look like he benches 350 pounds, openly weeping at the end of that game.
I saw that.
Why?
A lot of crying out in public.
Why are you crying? Your team was in the title game. They had a great year.
I think
what
we're
are you
going to
crying
find
about?
out now, going to the Big Ten with the Ducks as we broadcast their games, just how much more invested
It just
Ah.
means
you will
more.
be. Yeah, well, I don't know if
Okay.
it means more. That's the SEC, but I think in the Big Ten, you're more invested.
Dude, I have seen my team lose 2 national championship games and a Final Four game.
Yeah.
One of the national championships was as painful a way to lose a game as possible.
Brutal.
Down, not down, last second
Yes.
field goal after tying it with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
And the Final Four was because they just couldn't get a rebound at the end. Again, as painful a way as you could. North Carolina went on to win the national title.
And the second year, you thought you were going to beat Ohio State
I was
because
feeling
Cardell
good.
Jones.
Cocky dirt was firing from both hips, and it did not work out well for me. No tears were shed. You're more of like a shell shock of like,
Damn it.
there's such a buildup and it's such a long journey, and then just like that it's over that I cry. I had the same takeaway. There was one young bro that was sitting in the student
That's who
section.
I'm talking
Is that
about.
the guy you're talking?
Yes.
Kind of buff with glasses
Yes.
on, and he's just bawling his
Like,
eyes out. Like, what are we doing here?
My team's only second best this year. We've been on national TV 80% of the season.
Do they realize because there's no hope with Edie being gone? That was their one. He was their golden ticket, and now he is graduating.
Hey, I understand why people like one shining moment. I also get nothing from it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm
The
much.
song is way overplayed at this point, and I just get to relive the highlights of my team that lost. Awesome.
Thanks for the reminder. We lost in overtime to Creighton in the second round. That wasn't painful.
It's really the one thing I crap on some things. It's probably the biggest sports thing that I crap on the most is
One shining moment.
I couldn't care less.
One shining moment.
Yeah, they've done it. Yeah,
down the
they
net.
lose the next game. I remember watching that. They did.
That run didn't go very long. It was a fun upset, though.
Speaking of party poopers.
Yeah, let me ask you this.
I'm so over it. Everybody acting like it's the most coveted thing to watch.
Sorry, I can't turn the broadcast off.
Yeah,
until
Swag's
that
he's
plays.
I know, he's the
shining
normal
moment,
one.
P1.
Hey.
I just
It's Therapy Tuesday. I'll bring this up. Why am I such a downer on this? Nobody in East Coast watched that last night. It was like midnight.
The game didn't tip till almost 9:30.
oh, they were still
Eastern.
watching in Yukon.
In Yukon, they were. Outside
The
of
ones
Yukon,
that
nobody
weren't
cared.
out burning couches in stores, but
Full celebration mode.
But
are,
yeah.
are you more likely as a sports fan to cry tears of joy or
tears
sadness?
of joy.
Tears of joy.
Like it's not even
Yes.
close, right?
Yeah, I'm not crying tears
Yeah.
of sadness.
Have you ever cried tears of sadness over a sporting event?
Yeah, when
Yeah,
I was
when I
a
was
child.
10. Rolando Blackman in the corner.
When I might still piss my bed. It was a wild card moment. You know, you have too much water, you're 9, you're scared of the dark. Maybe there's some wet Superman
Oregon
sheets.
State's a number 1 seed going into the tournament. Number 1 ranked in the country. Opening game, Rolando Blackman in the corner.
I think the Kobe Shaq alley-oop made me cry as a little
That made you cry?
10-year-old.
I was 9 or 10.
That's a pretty. The Yankees made me cry.
Did they?
96.
Winning
Braves
the
should have
World
won the World
Series?
Series. Should have been
Yeah.
back to back, and they choked it away. Jim Lehretz and his cheating ass.
He said, I wish I had sports to care enough to cry about. So, let's have a little therapy here. Why don't we have sports to cry about?
The Blazers winning a championship.
I would cry.
Happy tears.
Happy to Ducks winning a national championship. I would cry.
But like
Happy tears.
losing is devastating. I've seen my NFL team lose 3 Super Bowls now as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smoke this weed.
Yeah, I'm
Good now.
Is Curb on? Where's the season
Yeah,
finale?
it's just,
a little more perspective when you get older in life that you don't need to live or die with every moment.
So that's your buddy. Let's say you go to Purdue. That's your best friend
I am
that
making-
road tripped, and you see him on TV, and he's openly weeping.
I'd say, what the hell's the matter with you?
Oh, that's a meme forever.
that
isn't
guy's
it?
yeah, he'll be
Oh, yeah.
remembered forever.
Yeah.
If I didn't go to Purdue with him, and he's just like a friend of mine from high school that went to Purdue, I would make endless fun of him.
Oh, I'm thinking of the jokes I'd have at my friends. Oh, you lost? Are you gonna cry? Oh no! You want to golf? Or are you gonna lose and cry? I would have been doing that to my friends.
Who cries in that moment? Come on, man. What are we doing
You
here?
lost in the title game, and you maybe lost to the greatest team of
I'll
all
tell
time.
you, as a Purdue fan, you can cry when you're a 1 seed losing to a 16. I'll accept that. I'll grant you that crying waiver. That's okay. Losing in a national championship game, dude, you had a great year. You came up short. And I'm just glad we don't have to ever watch Zach Edey play college basketball again.
Wait till he's in a Blazer uniform.
Yeah, we actually have a mail sack question on that, so we'll get to it in a moment. But UConn, and we talked about it earlier, it is unbelievable what they have built this century. They now have 6 national championships, and that started in 1999, whereas there's a lot of other schools that have more, it's kind of in that category with them, or a few that was slightly more. But you go to Kentucky, it's 48, 49, 51, 58, 78. UCLA is obvious.
Kentucky's last title was Calipari's,
2012,
right?
And then they won in 96 and 98 with
Tubby Smith?
I think Tubby got one and Patino got one.
I know Patino got one.
I think Tubby got
Tubby
one.
got
right
Tubby
when
got
he
one too.
Yeah.
But that was with Patino's team, I think.
I
right?
think it was back. Well, it might not have been back to back, but it was
96, 98. There was a
96,
1 year. So I
98,
think
yeah.
Patino was there in 97, and then Tubby took over in 98 and won. So they have 3, in the last 30 or so years. UConn now with 6. They are the best college basketball program in the country, and they are not going anywhere. And Dan Hurley said last night, here we come. Let's see if they can go for a 3-peat, but college basketball ends.
Would I overstep the boundary of saying, can we have somebody else seeing one shining moment now? Can we change that up, or is that too far?
They tried that. I think Jennifer Hudson did it one year, and the backlash made them go back to Luther.
Everybody said, what are we doing here?
I actually love that.
One
Good
shining moment.
Hey, I know I'm way wrong on that. That's one of my
Don't
worst
mess
takes.
with Luther.
I love Luther.
We need a poll question on that. Are
What?
you pro or anti One Shining Moment?
It's gonna be substantially.
I don't know if it is. I think a lot
Do
of
you
people
watch it?
No, I don't wait. No,
Do
I
you
don't
care?
I don't care at all. You know how I feel about college basketball. I can't turn that off quick enough.
Let's do an unofficial poll real
You
quick.
could walk out into the office, just yell out.
Yeah, let's see.
Because we already have somebody texting in basically saying I'm the same. I'm with you, Sprague. I think it's a terrible song too. Let's get the Tub Ludwig reaction, yelling out into the office. Yeah, can you hear him? Can people hear him in the background?
Vaguely,
Vaguely.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anti. Yeah. I don't think we're alone in this take.
1994. Let's move on already. One shining moment of who? All losers.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding me all my team lost.